Hello, hello, hello. You are now watching and listening in the know with Riyantino, and today I have two special guests with me, Mr. Hariss and Miss Syai. Okay, now. Hariss, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Hariss Harun, and I have another profession now, which is a real estate agent.
Real estate agent.
And if many of you are wondering, I am still playing football, so I have two professions now.
Okay, so now still have to hustle,
Yeah,
just
of course.
one job not enough,
Never enough, but
yes,
it's also a challenge which I
Yeah.
love. As those who know me,
Yeah.
I have a challenge on the pitch, so now this is a challenge I'm taking outside the pitch.
Okay. Syai, please introduce yourself.
Okay, hi, I'm Syai. I'm a mom, a wife, and now I'm also a realtor. And I'm also the second youngest member of Fossil District. I don't know. Second
Really?
youngest,
Yeah,
yeah.
after Azan, I think.
After Azan.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Who
I am.
else? Yalah, no, yalah.
Yeah, I'm the second youngest, then followed by Rima, I think.
There was a time when I was the youngest,
How old are you now?
36.
We will never be anymore.
I was the youngest in Fossil District once. And that
Once
When
upon
was
a
that?
time.
when I first
When
joined,
you
when I first joined, nobody else was younger than me.
Yeah,
Then
makes
until Azan came, then I was, he took my
Yeah.
position. But okay,
Yeah.
like whatever lah.
Yeah.
So today we are going to be talking about, some of the things that have happened in your life and some things that the journey that took you into real estate. And hope you don't mind we discussing certain things about football. But just to clarify, I don't play football. I don't know a single thing about football. I don't know why. Like my whole family, we just don't watch football. So I hope you can guide me along.
Sure, we can do it along the
Certain
way.
terms I don't know, like midfield, all this. Aku tak tahu. I really don't know.
It's okay, I don't know.
You also don't know. And you are married to him. Then like, it
I
got
just watch him in the field. That's all I do.
That's my husband. But do people discuss football with you?
I mean, they don't really discuss the technical part of football with me. Like mostly, casual stuff. Not really the
So
serious
like,
stuff.
I mean the wives all like in the team, do they like macam talk to you regarding this, or maybe like, I don't know how to say this, like,
No lah, not really. We just mostly talk about how we can support our husband and at the stadium, like how nervous we are. That's about it lah. We don't really talk about the game, like how the formation should be. Things like this, we don't talk about it lah.
oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Very
Just
on
talk
the
about
surface.
drama, bro.
No lah.
Hey,
If something goes wrong or somebody scores a goal, they just talk about the drama part.
it's like
For the facts.
there's a Netflix show, the Housewives of football or something like that. I think there was a reality show about that.
Housewives.
No lah, it was Cristiano's
I think so lah.
Documentaries,
yeah.
I think
his-
Beckham's
his,
documentary also came out
Yeah.
recently.
Yeah, that was a nice one.
Yeah.
To showcase Victoria, because Victoria
Yeah.
is most prominent WAG, they call it.
Yeah.
Wives and girlfriends.
Yeah, wives and girlfriends. Yeah,
Yeah.
correct. Okay, Hariss.
Yep.
Now, I want to ask you, how did you get into football?
I think it was, I don't know, it's very natural for me from a young age lah. My family were football fans. My uncle, my father, and my cousins. Everybody used to watch football, play football. Play not so much, but watch more together. I just got hooked on it. I watched the games with them. Then back then our void decks were big. And
Yeah,
then my grandparents used to have a shop house in Toa Payoh.
Okay.
Yeah, so I used to play with the kids next door. So it was just good fun lah, and it gave me a lot of joy and fun. So yeah, since then, I think I was 6-7 years old, and yeah, it's been with me ever since. The joy of playing the game.
Yeah. You like every like Singaporeans, every Singaporean boy's dream,
Yeah.
like from play football under the void deck to becoming a football player, actual football player.
Yeah, I think the kids or boys of our generation can
Yeah.
actually relate to that, right? The
Yeah.
void deck, the street soccer courts, the basketball courts, they play and then they watch the Malaysia Cup heroes. They aspire to play one day, and so I was no different. I was the same, and I'm just grateful and lucky that my path went all the way up till now.
Yeah.
And hopefully I understand that my time, I'm really in my 30s, right? So
Yeah.
hopefully my journey can inspire the younger ones to follow suit as well. Yeah.
On that topic, when you mention your age, what's the common age like?
Okay,
As in-
there's no
common age,
There's no common age,
ah.
but generally once you hit your 30s, right, there's a belief
Yeah.
that you're in decline.
Yeah.
But if you look at world football generally now, there's a lot of older players still
Yeah,
playing.
yeah,
like
exactly.
Cristiano Ronaldo, Luka Modric, Messi is still playing.
Yeah.
You know, so they are examples of how or longevity, lah. You know, how far or how long you can play if you take care of yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that's also the challenge for the older players right now, lah. Yeah.
I mean, don't say about players, bro. After 30, I brush
Back
my
pain.
teeth. I brush my teeth, then sneeze while bending down, right? You know when you brushing teeth, then you spit, and then you have to sneeze. Then that's it. My back gives way. So okay. I mean, I'm sure you've met a lot of different popular, famous people while you are a football player. What is the most like popular person you've ever met, lah?
Yeah, I mean, like I mentioned, my journey has been quite interesting.
Yeah.
Met a lot of players, like top football players, top personalities. But I think the most famous has to be the late Pele, the Brazilian legend. Yeah, I think he came to Singapore in 2010 or 2011.
Okay.
I was about 21 years old. So I think people, especially in the football circle, know, or even outside the football circle, know what icon he is.
Yeah, even I know,
Yeah. So I think it was really amazing for me to. I mean, I never really saw him play, but we all hear, oh look, that's Pele. Even the Brazilian players are, Pele is like the god of football in Brazil, and you know. So for me, it was really amazing to have met him and you know the aura that he brought, just to shake his hand and go bring him along the line to introduce my teammates was an honor for me. Yeah.
Then you fanboy moment there.
For a bit lah, but that happened before the game, and also we have to quickly switch, you know, our mindset, you know, focus on the game quickly. Yeah.
You didn't have time to
Didn't have time to take a photo
to process
and think.
it.
But luckily, you know, we have cameramen and videographers, you know, in this day and age, and even 10-15 years ago.
So you caught that moment.
I do have a photo of it actually. Yeah.
Wow, lucky Like, I also have one story that I regret. I met the Black Eyed Peas, and there were a lot of people taking photos, but I don't know who. Then I don't have the photo. Then I'm sick. Hey, I
Wasted lah.
Yes, Black Eyed Peas, you know.
When was that?
2005. Because they were in
when they
Singapore.
were booming lah. When
They were
very.
We were still a teenager then,
Yes.
Was
Because
long
I
time
was in the Singapore beatbox competition. So I was the top. I was top 5, top 3. Yeah, I was top 3. So
We know something new about you.
not just a real estate agent, but also a beatboxer. But you ask me to beatbox now, I will asthma like crazy lah. I will like
Those days are long gone.
Those days are long gone. Okay, and also moving forward, most of us know that you went to Malaysia to play for Johor, right? How was it like living in Malaysia?
Malaysia is a whole different way of living. I mean, much more lepak lah, I would say. I think a lot of Singaporeans who go over there for whatever shopping or leisure, they can actually relate to that as well lah. For me, I've been working there, living there for many years. So in terms of way of life and lifestyle, it's quite relaxed, quite lepak. But there was a lot of pressure and demand in terms of my profession, my career. Because I played for one of the top teams in Malaysia, and of course, they grow to be one of the best in Southeast Asia now. So I think they're quite renowned around Asia as well in the last couple of years. So yeah, it's been quite a journey and quite an honor actually to have represented them. So it was a good balance, like I said. Off the field was quite relaxed, but on the field it was a lot of
pressure
and
lah.
And as a person, it actually made me grow. I went there. at a young age, I would like to think like nobody really knew me.
Yeah.
But I think I left with my head held high, and I'm really grateful for that. Yeah.
How old were you when you left for Malaysia?
I went there right after my national service. So
Oh, so like 22, 23 lah.
23, yes, 23.
Ah.
Yeah, so I went there just before I got married. I got married, and then ever since I was there for seven and a half years. Yep.
Then Syai, did you stay in Malaysia also? Or
Actually, we did for a bit.
For a bit. Yeah,
For a few months.
for a few months there?
Yeah.
So you liked it there? Is it more chill?
I feel that it was okay. It's just that I'm so used to be in Singapore, and it's just like across the border.
Yeah.
So
Anytime can come back home,
that's
right?
why
Yeah.
I might as well I just live near my family, right?
Yeah. True.
And then we had kids, and my son started going to school.
Okay. In Malaysia or
In Singapore.
In Singapore. Okay. Your parents or your family stay near the border or no?
Lah, we were. My parents were staying in Bedok. His was staying in Hougang.
Yeah, so
Oh,
it's a
kan
bit
jauh juga
far off
quite
from the
far.
causeway.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
if you
yeah.
take into account the traffic, the jam, and queuing
But
and
he
whatever.
got used to traveling up and down.
Yeah.
Oh,
After a
So
while,
for,
it
for me,
becomes
I
a
was
norm.
lucky because my timings were
Flexible lah.
not flexible, but around the peak
Yeah,
hours. So
yeah.
I avoided the peak
Oh,
hours.
Yeah.
okay. So you come back at about like early in the morning or
Yeah,
like
so for
maybe
example, if I have a
3.
morning training, right?
Yeah.
Usually the traffic to come into Singapore
Yeah.
is quite bad
Yeah.
because everybody's coming to work. But I'm going the other way, which is quite
Okay.
quite clear.
Yeah.
And then in the afternoon, like after 4:35, people are going back.
into JB.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
you are coming into
Or
Singapore.
4. If I have to go in, I'm going in before 4, you know.
Ah,
So I had
okay,
to play
okay.
around with the timing. But of course, when it's holiday like Chinese New Year,
That one don't say
or
lah.
people-
That one.
no choice, man. You're stuck there.
Yeah.
So I
There
think
there were times
worst,
we got stuck in the
I
traffic
think the worst
for
we have been stuck is like 4 hours
hours.
plus.
Eh.
Yeah, I mean I know there's people got stuck worse than that before, maybe 6-8 hours, you know.
I will die.
Yeah, bro. My like you said, came out of the car, my bag was like,
Yeah. Lucky you don't have to like go toilet or what, yeah.
Yeah, that's a killer, man. Especially in Tuas, right?
Yeah,
Where you
yeah,
have to
yeah.
queue quite long, and the custom is like 1-2 kilometers away.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, how?
That's my worst nightmare, no.
Yeah.
Having to being stuck in the jam, then having to go toilet, then that's it. If the number 2 still pretty okay for a guy.
Yeah.
But number 1, sorry. Number
Still okay.
Number
two.
1, the number 2, that
Yeah.
one house, that one sure come out mothership, bro. Sure come out mothership. Okay, let's not talk about our toilet habits, then moving forward. So what made you both decide to join property?
Okay, I'll go first again because,
okay, you go
because
first.
I think it's something that
So yeah.
translation to her, from me to her. So for me, right? Okay, so like football career, we all know, at least for me, and I think a lot of players generally,
Yeah.
like, we don't really think about after football what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
When we are younger, we just want to play, we just want to do our best, win
Yeah.
games, like, I enjoy the
Yeah.
game, I enjoy the moment.
But there's actually a life after football.
There is a life after
Yeah.
football, and then and I've heard this because of my circle, my friends, my family, and of course my mentors who were before me. They always advise, hey, you need to do something, prepare for life after football, prepare early, blah blah blah. But you don't really take that seriously until
Yeah.
you hit a certain age. And for
Yup.
me, that was like reaching my 30s, or when I hit 30, 29, 30, because at that point of time I got injured.
Okay.
This was just before COVID. Just
okay.
before COVID hit, and then the borders were closed, and then I had to go for this injury, had to go for surgery.
Yeah.
So it kind of got me thinking lah. I think it's about time that I actually plan something for myself. And of course, the world climate where COVID was hitting and everything was uncertain, right?
Yeah.
So I thought I have to do something,
Yeah.
So at that point of time, I did have a diploma from a local polytechnic,
Okay.
from Nanyang Poly, and I thought, maybe I need to do something more. So I did my bachelor's degree at PSB, did business and marketing, because
Yeah.
there's always been my interest
Yeah.
area. And I met a mentor of mine when I came back to Singapore in 2021.
Okay.
And then he actually sowed the seed in me like, hey, why don't you think about real estate? Then I was like, yeah, why not?
Yeah.
And it's not because he said that, but because like the years before, in my mid-20s till towards my 30s, we always talk about the property in Singapore, like, oh, you need to invest in property. You need to have 1 property, 2 property. It's a way to make money. As a consumer, not as an agent. I was not thinking from the agent's point of view. So I was like, when my mentor was saying that, why don't you, explore that option as a real estate agent? I was like, yeah, why not? Because I have that interest. I've been analyzing property trends, trying to see how you can capitalize on the property market here in Singapore. And I told myself, yeah, why not?
Yeah.
And then of course we met our boss. I met our boss, Fawaz. He did his magic. I fell for it. And I was like, okay, let's give it a try. Why not? Yeah. And of course we all know, we are all realtors. We know how difficult the exams are.
Yes.
And that was no joke lah. Basically, the prep and to go through everything.
Right.
And
everyone thinks easy, but it's not.
It is not easy.
It is
so just for the record, I took it 4 times.
I took it 3
You
times.
took it 3 times.
Yeah.
And you twice.
Twice, yeah.
Twice. Yeah.
Yeah. So she saw me doing this and all that. And initially, we have to take the course, right?
Yeah.
Various course to actually take the exam.
Correct.
So we took it together. And then she was like, okay, because you're doing, I'll do also,
Okay.
And then she didn't take the exam for the first year. So it was just me studying and then trying my best and blah, blah, blah. And then after that 1 year, right?
Yeah.
After I passed one of my paper at the end of 2022, November 2022, and we had a conversation at home.
Yeah.
Like, why don't you just take it? You have 1 more year, you never know. And at that point in
also
time,
pass.
Yeah. She passed. And that also because she was doing a work from home job for 5-6 months, and then manpower issues, they didn't need her anymore lah. So she was free. She had time on her side. So I told her, we had a discussion. Like, why not? Then she was like, yeah, why not?
Yeah.
So you want to take it from here? Tell your story from how you.
Well, it's also just because it was a new year.
So
I sort of feel that I needed new goals, new challenges. So we just so happened had the conversation where I feel that when Hariss start doing real estate while playing football, he might need like support from someone. Someone to fill him in when he's traveling and away. So I told him, maybe I can be the best candidate for that lah. I can, because I live with you, I can help you.
Exactly. That's like the best tag team. Yeah.
So we can't say yet whether it's working out for us, but we are still figuring it out.
Yeah, but you see, the thing is like, any couple, I think we have squabbles, we have fights, we have arguments. That's quite normal, part and parcel of marriage life, right? And then we did have a bit of a heated discussion, I'll call that lah. Like whether she was a bit skeptical whether she can do it or not. And then I was the one also like trying to encourage her, hey, come on, let's do it. Because of course at the back of my mind, I was like still playing. Yeah. I am trying to get my license, and of course if I do get my license, and then it will be a dual career kind of thing. So I will need somebody to support me. And she was like, can I do this? I'm a mother, the kids are going to school, we have 3 kids and blah blah blah. Then like I say, if anyone can do it, you can do it, because she's been honestly my support system for the longest time. And then in 2016, she did her degree before me. And then she got pregnant with our second child. And she still go to school. And people don't know this lah. She was doing quite a lot of stuff. She had to stop school for a while to take care of our kids. And then she continued. So I think if anybody can do it, she can do it.
So sweet.
And I was proven right, because she passed her first. She passed 1 paper at her first attempt. And the big difference between us, I study hard, but she study smart. So
some people are just made for exams and all, and
precisely.
they absorb things better.
And they understand better. And actually, I must say, I have to attribute my pass, let's say my paper 2 pass, to her as well, because I think paper 2 is a lot of application and understanding. It's not about memorizing. And for me, I'm good at memorizing. For her, it's about application and understanding. And when I saw her and she explained to me, man, I a bit ego. I said, you sure not? And like, you don't like, but when she explained, and then I said, actually it's right. And then she passed March, and I failed that March exam. And then inside my heart, I'm a bit like,
that's when you realised, right? Actually her method works.
Then I was like, oh, shit, man, like, it works. So, and then we started very early for the next one. So in March, he already passed.
Come to me, he's like, You think you can show me how?
Tuition
In a way
Ah.
lah. So we told ourselves, okay, let's go all out lah. You left with one paper, I
Yeah.
left with one paper.
Yeah.
But she's left with paper 1, which I passed.
Yeah.
I'm left with paper 2, which she passed.
Okay, like perfect.
So we were like,
helping each
trying to
other
help
out.
each
Yeah.
But I needed her more than she needed me lah, to be honest. Because paper 2, I already failed twice.
Yeah.
And the July paper was like my last attempt before I had to recourse lah. So wasted, right?
Yeah.
So I said, do or die lah. So we started like very early, like
Okay.
2 months before the registration, before the exam slot. We just give it our all lah.
Yeah.
Dapat the slot or not, we just try lah.
Yeah.
So we study every day, study, help each other. Was a lot of time taken up, and
I can imagine.
Yeah,
I
I'm
can
sure you know because you
Yeah.
also go through this thing.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I think these are the sacrifices that people don't see lah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's always on the surface they look at real estate agent. Oh, flashy cars. Oh, yes, some, but not
Yeah,
all. You
correct.
know? But I think why we do this is also because we want to have a way of life. In my opinion, I want to have an option
Yeah.
to transition. Of course, there's so many other things that I can do.
Yeah.
But I choose this path because I felt that it ignites the interest in me, and I can do something in this line. And also, of course, I have somebody who understands the market as well, and somebody close to whom who can help me. So
Yeah.
like, why not? And Alhamdulillah, by God's grace, we both passed together.
Yeah. That's also like an interesting thing. Like that's how I got into real estate also. Thinking like, hey, I should like learn more about real estate because it's a applicable skill. Like
Yes, of
you want to learn about how to better, in boss's favorite word, leverage. Leverage your property, how to get ready for wealth building and all these things. So in the end, I was like, hey, might as well become agent. So, and I thought also like, okay, how hard can it be lah? Agent just sell a few homes, buy a nice car, chill lah,
Yeah,
relax.
precisely. That's what they think on the surface.
Pala
Yeah.
otak, man. It's not it, man. And then like we've discussed about how hard the exam was, right? And then after the
You
exam,
go out, to the field.
right, you go into the field, you realize you know nothing.
Right.
Not right.
Yes.
You know absolutely nothing. Ni macam how to do this, how to do that, how to do this. I just passed my exam. I thought like, I know quite a fair bit of things. It's still fresh in my mind, but no. I came to the realization that it's a whole new set of things that you have to learn.
Right.
And it's not just the black and white. It's the soft skills, the negotiations. So wow. The first year was tough lah, which you are currently in right now. So
It's a lot of learning to be done.
yeah. Having said that, you are a couple of months in already, right?
Yep.
How many months already?
This is our 4th month.
Coming fifth, 6 month lah.
Fifth,
Oh,
sixth.
5th month.
Fifth, 6. Yeah lah.
4th month.
So, how do you feel now, like as a real estate agent in the field, having closed already, right? How do you feel right now about being a real estate agent?
I mean, of course, when we just started, we felt that we did not know anything and there's so much to learn. It was overwhelming. Then we had a couple of transaction done.
Yeah.
After that, the confidence sort of come back, and I feel that for me personally, I'm starting to enjoy the work I'm doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also the nice thing about being in this industry, there is so much for me to learn. Like I feel like I've learned so much, but yet there is so much more for me to learn. Like, there's so many seminars, so many courses to go for, and there's so much for us to know. Like that is intriguing for me, and I sort of feel that I enjoy this industry for that reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the things that we learn as real estate agents is so applicable to our own lives, right?
Yep.
Like, you bought a BTO first,
Yes.
right? And then after that, I understand you've shifted to a new place, right? But would you have done the same exact things that you did back then, knowing what you know now?
I feel that we took the right step.
We took the right step, but
Yeah.
looking at a realtor's point of view from now, I would have done what I did earlier. earlier.
Okay.
So I bought my, we bought our BTO when we were about 25, 26. I mean, we got married a couple of years before lah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I may sound like I'm a bit, I don't know, ambitious, I would say. I
Yeah.
call it. But I think if you want to maximize, you have to start young also lah.
Yeah. That's definitely one of the things I
definitely
regret.
one of the things.
I regret. Yeah.
Yeah, so right after
Yeah.
you know the ins and outs, you
Correct.
understand, you feel like, hey, I should have started
Yeah.
earlier. And also more so from my view, because as a football player, you know, our career is not very long.
Yeah.
You don't play until your 50s, 60s. It's not a long career, it's a short career. And you want to try to maximize whatever your earnings or
Yeah.
your bonuses and so on and so forth into an asset, which in Singapore's context, I feel property is one of the main things lah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you ask me what we did, like she said, I think it's the right way, but I would have liked to do it earlier.
Okay.
But no regrets, you know.
Yeah.
I still feel that we are in the right path, and we're just having a conversation just now. We are in our early 30s, but we already moved to like how many places now, inclusive of Johor.
7 different houses.
7
Hey,
different houses.
serious?
I'm a pro at
Moving.
shifting.
ah.
So good at it.
Walao, I shifted to this place. Rabak no. Like, it was so disorganized. I just threw everything in the box. But I'm sure you have a system and all these things.
I feel over time,
Yeah.
I sort of gotten good at it. So we can unpack within 24 hours.
Hey, so fast.
Yeah, but I mean, some of our stuff is still at the storage, but the house can be livable within
24
hours.
hours.
Also, we have kids, we don't have a choice.
Yeah.
We need to,
We need to settle everything back quickly.
Yeah.
So we have lived in a HDB, in
Yeah.
a condo, and also in a landed in Malaysia. lah.
Malaysia, yeah.
So we have a taste of
Everything.
different kind of property. So
We have rented houses.
yeah. So yeah lah. In that sense, we know how it is living like in different properties, but at the same time also in figures and numbers also.
Yeah.
We are glad that now that we are realtors that we made that move.
Yeah.
Like 4 or 5 years ago. Yeah.
So, for people who don't know, maybe you can share. So, you were from BTO and now you are staying in a condominium,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
So, did you buy new launch or did you buy resale?
We bought a new launch.
New launch.
Yeah, because I particularly wanted a new launch because it was like common theory or common sense.
Yeah.
You stay in a new house, you can maximize. You know,
Yeah.
Back then lah, from what I know. So
Because the cheapest it will ever be is when you buy it from new
Yes,
launch from the
exactly.
developer.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I wanted a new launch, but she wanted a
Yeah,
resale.
on the other hand, I wanted resale for
Yeah.
size, for location, but not so much about maximizing profits.
Yeah. So how do you feel now as a real estate agent? Do you still want resale?
I'm glad I have a logical husband.
Having said that, right?
Ah.
Back then, in COVID, right? I was
Yeah.
stuck in Malaysia for
Yeah.
months, and then we sold our BTO, so we had to make a decision actually.
Oh, you sold your BTO while you were in JB and during COVID.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So we had to do the POA and all that.
Okay,
I
okay.
wasn't around to sign the stuff, right?
Okay.
So I had to do a POA, and then she was around. We had to make a decision to buy a house.
Yeah.
Because COVID, right?
Yeah.
Uncertain
we
climate.
we didn't
Yeah.
want to.
Yeah. So we were thought, should we wait? Should we invest and buy something now?
Yeah.
And then I'm glad that she was a little bit kanchong, I would say. She said, we don't have a house. Look, we need to buy a house. You know how the wives can be.
Yeah, early days during COVID, if you bought, I think you're happy already.
Yeah. So she was a bit insecure in that sense.
Yeah.
And I was in Johor, right? I was
Yeah.
lying on my couch. I was like, hey, relax. I said the lifestyle in Johor is quite
Yeah,
relaxed,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
I was like,
relax, yeah.
Relax. But she was like, no, we need to go and see. Then she went to see the show flash. She went around. And we wanted particularly in the northeast because I grew up there.
Yeah.
In the Hougang, Serangoon
Yeah.
area. And now kids' school also was around the area. So we wanted somewhere there. So she went to see a few residents, Florence residents. She went to see Affinity.
Okay.
Garden residence.
Yeah, so she went to the show flat and she was video calling me and said, hey, look at this, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay, go ahead and have a look and just give me an update lah, because I have no chance to come back.
Yeah,
and do it.
yeah.
And in the end, she said, hey, how about this? I think it's good. This is the one for us. I just said yes. I said,
Hello, this one buy what? No,
Yeah.
from the phone.
This is like, like you go to Shopee, you buy something, right? You
This
just
one
check
by
out and
Shopee,
pay something. Yeah.
Then like, okay lah, choose this one, add
so
to cart.
and then now looking back, like, can't believe I bought a house without actually
Viewing the
it,
place.
Like, yeah.
But do you like the house?
Yeah, of course. I mean,
That's the most important
I'm
thing.
just
right?
sharing the journey.
The journey, the
Yeah,
journey.
So
He's not complaining
I was
about the
quite
house.
anxious, to show him the house.
When he
He
finally
only
came back,
said when we got the keys.
Ah.
Only
Oh.
recently we got the keys.
Yeah,
like
we got
6
it
months
mid
ago.
last year. Yeah.
And that's when you first saw the property.
Yes, when I first saw the property. Yeah. So it was just the virtual tour. They have
the Metapod.
Metapod. Like you just scroll, zoom in, zoom out, and see
yeah.
the space. And I said, oh, this looks small, but what do you expect? It's a new launch, blah blah blah. We had these squabbles,
Yeah,
lah.
Where
But
you
yeah,
put our
we.
stuff. Because we were from BTO.
Yeah.
Like it's a bigger space. And
Yeah.
then now, even though it's a 3-bedder, it's
It's smaller, yeah.
Yeah, but of course we had our chats lah. I mean, as a couple, as a realtor,
We can't
was
have
like,
it all,
We can
Yeah.
have it all, and then I think I told her particularly, the ladies are a bit more emotionally attached to like homes and
Yeah.
like, certain things, right?
Yeah.
So I told her, I said like, hey, we have to eliminate the emotional side of things, lah. We have to be a bit more practical, logical. We are taking this path. So if it makes sense, we have to enter. If it makes sense, we have to exit.
Yeah.
You need to know when is the right time to go in and out.
Correct.
Yeah. So for us, this place is a little bit small, but you can make it into a home.
Yeah.
And I must give it to her. She's good at that, lah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm really happy with our new place. It's a ground floor unit, so like it feels like a landed kind of living. Because it's ground floor. Yeah.
Got balcony.
Yeah, it has a balcony. Nice size for the kids.
Okay.
Plays right in front of the swimming pool. So yeah, it's no complaints now actually.
Yeah. I mean, when buying condominiums, like especially new launch, we have to realize, or the viewers or our potential clients must realize, yes, it is small currently, but you have to think and remember the end goal. What your end goal is. There was a reason why you took this path from BTO to condominium to whatever, right? Because there's an end goal. You want to reach there and then finally downgrade to something, or you want to leave for your
Kids.
for your children, leave it for your kids. So you really have to maybe write it down big on a wall or something, right? Like, okay, ultimate goal, landed property, and how to get there. Can't possibly jump from BTO to landed straight away. Like you can, but it has to be like
Father rich man
or like a windfall success story.
Business boom or something.
Business suddenly boom or whatever. And I'm sure that has happened before, but
It doesn't happen often.
it doesn't happen often. Most of us do need to plan for certain things, and the only way to have a realistic shot at finally getting to landed is slowly upgrading. Right? So, I mean, most of us are not learned investors or sophisticated investors. So, the most simple way we can so-called invest is in property, right? So, I mean, your journey, you know your end goal, right?
Yep.
Yeah, you definitely know your end goal, and you are already on your way there, right? So, next property, what are in your like hopes, like? What is the next property in your sights?
GCB.
Oh, hey, GCB,
For us, of course, like I said, I'm ambitious lah.
Yeah.
Whether we get there or not, but I go by the belief that you need to set goals and targets, and everybody wants to stay in a landed, right? Why not?
Yeah.
Or penthouse or whatsoever. So I guess you need to make the steps towards that goal. Like whether you reach that eventually or not, I think still trying is a success.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for us, I think we try to invest as much as possible in property, and there are ways to do that. I'm sure you also will know. Whether it's 99-1 or single ownership, and then you get another one, and stuff like that. So
Sell 1x2 lah.
yeah, sell 1x2 kind. So we are exploring all the possibilities.
Yeah.
And the fact that we are still young.
Yeah.
And we have a runway that we can play with.
Correct.
I think we have to be proactive in that sense.
Yeah, because the runway is like up until like 55 only, right? Because after that, no banks will loan us any money.
Precisely. So it's about what, 20 more years to go.
Yeah.
So you have to try to play around with that.
Yeah.
How about you, Rian?
Huh?
What are your plans?
My plans. I mean, I still got long ways more to go for my MOP, right? So I just completed the first year MOP. So like, hey, yeah lah. After that, hopefully, inshallah, I would like to move to a condominium.
Nice. Be our neighbor, man.
A bit too far.
A bit too far. I'm a
East side, best side.
I'm a east side, best side. I cannot. All my life I've been in the east side, or at least like two MRT stops from wherever I am. So when I was born, I lived in Bedok, and then I shifted to Kembangan till I was primary 2, and then I shifted to Kembangan again till when I was 30, then to Siglap. Then
You are
Siglap,
always that area.
Always that area. Really always that area. So a bit uncomfortable life. Even Ubi here also, I'm like,
Yeah. The older you get, I think you are a bit more like, how you say, like, you are more resistant to change lah.
Yeah.
The environment, you're so comfortable in one place, right? Yeah.
I'm the sort of guy, like, I know this food tastes nice. This place, the food is nice.
You can eat there
I
every
can
day.
eat there. I can you know you can rely on that
Yeah,
place.
yeah.
But I want to try new things. Last time I would try, but now like no need
Yeah.
lah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, anyways, we are coming to an end of our session now. What would you like to say to the viewers and the listeners out there? Maybe you want to plug in your real estate business, some notes or advice. What would you like to say to your viewers and listeners?
Say something.
You say first.
No, well, I think for us, or we have been on both sides.
Yeah.
Like being a
Consumer and also realtor.
Yeah. So we see both sides of the coin. We understand both sides of the coin, and even more so now that we are a realtor, it's not as easy as buy and sell.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot more into it, a lot more decisions that you have to make. How you can maximize the value of your property or your assets per se, throughout your life, what you can leave behind for your kids and your family. We all know that Singapore is an expensive place. We are, I think, the most expensive city in the world right now.
I think so.
Yeah.
One off lah. Yeah.
So, but yet we are here.
Yeah.
I mean, we can easily say, migrate lah, just go to Johor or go
Yeah,
to Malaysia. But why are we still here?
Yeah.
So while we are still here, might as well we do something, maximize the property that we have, like HDB, condo, whatever, and set a goal and get there. And I feel that obviously some people have more opportunity than others. But having said that, I think there is a way for all to actually maximize their value or their capacity.
Yeah.
So for us, we have learned that in our short time, and I'm sure we are going to learn more. We challenge ourselves to learn more. Like you said, the first year is always difficult, but we are finding our way and we are understanding things, and we hope to help people to
Real
realize.
estate is vast, you know.
Yeah.
The more we learn, the more we have to share with you. And if you are willing to hear, we are happy to share.
Yeah. And you've been there, you've done that, you understand their struggle and their challenges. So who better to advise you than the people who went through what you're going through?
Yes. I think also, like, for us, we've shared our journey.
Yeah.
For me, well, I grew up in a household where it was not, we didn't have much to do. I saw how my parents struggle in terms of their HDB flat, financially as well. So now that looking back as a realtor, also, what would I have done that could have helped their situation back then? Obviously, I was quite young lah, but I think that the ways and means that we can actually help people with our knowledge, with our know-how.
Yeah. Okay. I think we've talked for quite a fair bit already, and it is the end of this episode. Catch us in the next one.
Thank you.
Yeah.